Hello knitters, Barbara Benson here at the knitting table at A Good Yarn, Sarasota. It is high knitting season, so things are a little wacky around here. We currently still have a few customers in the store, so I'm going to have to keep my mask on, but when we get to the point, I will take it off. We are open from Monday through Saturday, 11 to 3, but on Wednesdays we are closed from noon to 1 to do the Facebook Live like we are now. And of course we have the holidays coming up for Christmas. We are closed Thursday, Friday, Saturday around Christmas, and New Year's we are closed Thursday, Friday, Saturday right around New Year's. So those are our dates for the foreseeable, you know, and then it's gonna be the new year and everything's gonna be, you know, we'll come up with what we're going to do and it'll be fun and exciting. Thank you all so very much for joining me here on Facebook. We've got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. We have 3 new yarns, so that is super exciting. Oh, thank you. So I have this mask. I had these masks, look, they say they're hemp. These masks are really cool because I got it from a place. They're made from the Offcuts. It's a company that makes men's shirts, and they use the offcuts to make the masks. So it's kind of one of those recycling things, and so they have all these fun men's Hawaiian shirts patterns. Hello, Kathleen. Let's take a deep breath. I'm a little wound up. I had a little too much caffeine this morning. So, okay. I want to start off with something exciting that Susan left sitting out that was totally new to me. We have a couple of these really cool kits that says Botte de Noël, which I think it means like Christmas boot or something like that. It is a really cool embroidery kit for making this gorgeous Christmas stocking. Look, so it's for this pretty embroidery. I just think it's really cute. I've never really seen one that looked like this. I love the little Santa, and he's in a little, like, what is he? He's in his sleigh, I guess. So the sleigh and the little Christmas tree. I love all the negative space in this. Sometimes Christmas can be a little over, you know what I mean? There's all extra. So this, look at the little Santa feet. So, and what this kit includes is the outline is printed, so you embroider over it, and it's got all your colors, and it tells you what to do with the threads. There are even some shiny threads in there. So it's just really cool. Composition of the kit: the printed fabric, the red fabric for the outline, threads and needle, inside liner, and wadding not provided. So there's not the inside lining. And wadding, I guess that's the squishy stuff that goes in there. I don't know enough about quilted stuff, but it's a really cool kit. So if you wanted to make something that is going to stay, I mean, this is an heirloom piece. So if you were thinking about embroidering something this Christmas, or at this point for next Christmas, depending on how fast you embroider, we wanted to show you these. They're absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Okay, and since we're talking about some non-knitting things, so do we have, is that it? Anybody else left in here? Okay, we're still working on it. You know what, if you get in that door before we close it. So this is Purl Magazine. We wanted to talk about it because we have hoops. Yes, I love the hoops. You know what, we have those hoops, and I was thinking the other day, I kept looking at those hoops. I love them. You know, the wooden embroidery hoops. And I was thinking that I could take some of the swatches from knitting that I have just laying around and put them in the hoop, and then they'd be like art. And it would be able to show off those beautiful swatches that I have. So I was thinking that could be a lot of fun. You know, it's always, you know, the thinking. So, Purl Magazine. Purl Magazine is the magazine, we just got it in. This is the magazine for hand spinners. And I'm seriously thinking about taking one home because it's got some really fascinating articles in it. And I think learning more about yarn will make me a better knitter and designer, because I just glanced through it and I'm like, so this is spinning for warmth. And they're talking about the properties of fibers and of spinning and what makes it warm or not. And I think understanding that would really, I'm excited about the idea, because they talk about twist and yarn size, and it's really interesting. And they have like a whole chart how to make a warm yarn. And if you understand how it's made, then I think you can better do. Yes, that was my idea. A whole display of swatches on your wall. If you take all, I'm getting distracted, y'all. Sorry. You know how it is. The comment, the idea of having a bunch of little circles and maybe in different sizes of embroidery hoops with my swatches in it, I think it could be a lot of fun. Or you could hang them on your tree or from a garland, anything. Then this is kitchen dyeing. So there's a whole article on dyeing. I know that our own Laura is saving avocado pits to dye with. So that is really cool. And here in Florida, you know, we got the avocados and the citrus and everything, and that appears to be a lot of what we have here. So it's really neat. Look, onion skins. Just really cool. And then this is, so again, there's an article on spinning, and they talk about the whole process from spinning through to the actual knitting pattern. So I just think it's well worth understanding, even if I don't ever really spin. I've tried spinning. I'm happy to buy my yarn, but I'm so, I love seeing it. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, so Elizabeth, are you going to go get some embroidery hoops? I think it'd be fun. And like, if you could maybe even double side. I don't know. I just keep, you know, your brain, it goes into overdrive. I see things and I get excited about them. So this is just really cool. And talking about spinning and getting what you want. Onion skins make a good yellow. Oh, that's interesting. And then there's this great pattern for this 2-color cable hat. It's just a neat book. And look at this. That is a kiviot. If you've ever heard of kiviot yarn, well, that's what kiviot looks like. So that is super cool. So if you are a spinner or just interested in understanding more about yarn, and there's even a weaving pattern in here, we have the new issue of Ply. So I'm gonna stick that over here. Now, new yarn. I believe we promised this last week. We have the new Clinton Hill Cashmere. This is bespoke, which means it's worsted weight. Oh, Jennifer, unless you use red onion skins. So red onion skins don't give you yellow? If you used red and yellow onion skins, would you get orange? I mean, that could be fun. So Clinton Hill Cashmere, and now we have the worsted weight. So if you wanted to knit up something fast and get it out of here, we've got it. It's so soft. The Clinton Hill, we just love this. And let me see what colors we have. We have the green, and we have the purple. Look, that one matches my, look at that. We have this gorgeous, like, brick fire engine red. Gold, I think this gold goes with every single color, the other colors. Just absolutely gorgeous. We've got true black, which also looks awesome with the gold. And then let me grab it. Then we have a white, absolutely pretty. Also goes well with the gold. I think the gold works with everything. The yardage. I will read you the label. It is 50 grams and 99 yards. So it's 99 yards and 50 grams, which takes you to, what? 99 and 99. It's math. 198 yards in 100 grams. So it's a very solid worsted. It's saying 4 stitches per inch. So it's 50 grams, 99 yards, or 90 meters. It's a solidly worsted yarn. It is just gorgeous. Now, one of the super fun things about Clinton Hill is they are one of those yarn companies that gets a lot of patterns, and when you purchase the yarn, you can get the pattern as a gift from us. So, and also Susan said that they have so many different patterns that you can get that are free with purchase of the yarn. So if you go to their website, you can check out all the different patterns that they have designed in this. See, look, one of my people, I didn't mention it at the beginning. So as always, we have Susan and possibly Kat and maybe even Laura watching from home, and they're in the comments ready to answer any of the questions that you might have regarding anything that I talk about, because I don't always catch the questions in the commentee type area. But she did the math for me. I'm not good at math on the fly. So let's see. These are the Clinton Hill patterns we have. There is a beautiful pattern for a geometric cowl. Looks like it is stranded. Yep. It is a fair isle. So you can make a beautiful cowl. I believe this is one skein of each color that you decide. I love this hot pink and black. It looks great. I'm gonna put it up. We're keeping it up here. Oh, is there another color? Oh, there was another color up there I didn't see. Look at this. Oh, gorgeous. And does it look good with the gold? I know that's what you're asking. Looks awesome with the gold. And then we have a big pattern, the Stonehill Ruana. Absolutely gorgeous. That, oh my gosh, I cannot even imagine the luxury involved with that, but knitting it and worsted it would be absolutely great. So there's that pattern. The geometric cowl takes 1 each, okay? And then we have the country wrap. That looks like an amazing amount of soothing knitting. Looks like we've got 1, 2, 3 colors working here. And it looks like, at first glance, it looked like it was all stockinette, but then you have this panel that does definitely have, I can see it on her shoulder. It definitely has a texture to it. It's right behind, you can see it right behind her hair here. There's definitely a texture. So that is fun. We have the day to night cowl, which looks like it's 1 of each color. The mama and baby headbands. This almost, that's really interesting because that almost looks like crochet, but it's definitely knitted. And so this pattern has the instructions to make it, oh my goodness, get the baby one. So you can be matching. And this is knit with the yarn held double. So you're going to be doing it on even bigger. So this is on size 10.75 needles. So that is really cool. So 1 ball makes both headbands. So you make an adult size and a toddler baby size, and both y'all can have amazingly luxurious headbands. We have the Joni hat, which is lovely. I like the texture to it. And then, fingerless mitts. Let me tell you, cashmere fingerless mitts are so amazing. Oh, it does look like a black and white cookie. But I have a pair of fingerless mitts that are cashmere, and wearing cashmere on your hands is like the ultimate in luxury. Here we go, and this is the kind that it appears to be, so it's knit flat, and then you just seam up the side, leaving a spot to poke your thumb out. It is going to be so fast, absolutely amazing. Yep, it's telling you to mattress stitch it. So there you go. So we got some great last minute things if you wanted to get them knit up. These would go crazy fast, as would the hat in this gorgeous, gorgeous new cashmere weight that we have in. You guys love the DK so much, we thought we'd bring in this even squishier and even chubbier yarn. Okay. Let's see what else I have. Okay, we have another book I want to show you. We have the new Nomadic Knits. This is, I call it a book. It's somewhere between a book and a magazine. I'm going to call it a journal. We love these, and what they do is they focus in on one location and really deep dive into the fiber community in that location. They go and visit independent dyers in the area. They go and visit, they get articles from local, like here. Let me find the picture. Look, a local place, a local sheep farm, and they talk about the production and really, really deep into that region and its culture. There's a beautiful, beautiful patterns, and they almost always include a local cocktail recipe and some food recipes. Gorgeous photography. Oh, what is the gauge on the Clinton Hill DK? Hopefully Susan can answer that for you, because I'd have to get up and walk away because I don't have it at the table. Susan, did you see that question on the DK? So, and as always, so it has, so this month's, or I don't know if it comes out quarterly, they went to Washington State, and there are just some absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous patterns. I want to show you first. Look at the back. Can I angle it? There you go. Look at the back detail on that cardigan. It is so cool. It's got that cable that comes down and then splits. And then the cover, look, this is their first, it's a pie shawl. Gorgeous, gorgeous lace. It's just stunning. There's a sheepy. But what I was talking about, beautiful, beautiful. Look at this photography. So it's really a coffee table style book. Is just beautiful. We've got indie dot. Look at this shot. Oh my goodness. Just beautiful. And then we've got, here's a Walla Walla, is a seamless raglan style picked up shawl collar. We've got a fun shot. They're really nice. They're wonderful. Here, look at that. Deep, deep shawl collar. That is the comfiest looking, just amazing. Kind of yarn, it's just beautiful. There is, you can see this is the front of that cardigan I showed you on the back, and it's got that same kind of split out motif. Absolutely beautiful. And then we've got this really cute short sleeve sweater. Isn't that cool? It's just beautiful, and this is a whole article on called Wild Woolly Washington. I haven't read this stuff, but it's just really amazing. This is a gorgeous color work. Look at that color work yoke, and then it's making use of some sort of flecked. Just beautiful. And they have fun quotes. Here, Huckleberry Shrub. I don't know what that is, but it looks delicious. Here's another pattern. Beautiful, beautiful color work. We've got a great cabled hat here. Another sweater. Gorgeous. Oh, actually, that's funny. You know, they are in Washington. Starbucks. An old school Starbucks, I bet. Oh, there's a picture of the farmers with their dogs. Deborah, I'm pretty sure you can. Susan will confirm that. Beautiful pair of socks. So, Nomadic Knits is always gorgeous. The patterns are well written. I love that they do their schematics, the way they do them, their actual, They're like drawings. They're just lovely. So, if you're into this kind of thing, check out our most recent Nomadic Knits. And Susan just said, you can order it online, we'll send it to you, or we can send it to someone else, which would be super fun. Okay. I gotta make sure I check things off. You don't want me to be redundant. Okay. Now, another new yarn that I'm so excited about. This one, when I came in and saw this sitting at the table, I was like, oh my goodness, grabby hands action. So this is a new base from, y'all love this yarn, from the Primrose Yarn Company. Primrose Yarn, and it is a new DK weight. It is called Cottage DK. It is a 3-ply DK weight yarn, and the content, this is what's really exciting for me. It's 70% merino, 15% yak, and 15% silk. So it's got that yak and that silk, and it is just absolutely gorgeous. The silk is going to bring a shine to it. The merino is soft, but it's also strong. And then yak. Yak is so soft, and it brings a really interesting depth to color. So are we locked up, Susan? Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna take my mask off. Hi! So yak, let me see if I can find a color. So Yak Undyed is like a silver color. It's a gray color. It's not really, if you see like a white yak, it really had to be almost bleached. I'm not saying that they use bleach, but they have to do something to pull the color out of it, because yak in its natural state is kind of a silvery gray color. But what that does is it makes yarns that are dyed with it as the base, it gives them this incredibly deep, rich base. I don't know if you've ever dyed eggs in the spring, when it's like dyeing the brown eggs. Since it has that color underlayer, it just gives everything an incredibly rich look. So yarns with yak in them have a very, very deep, like lustrous color to them. And then adding the silk brings the shine, and it's just, I love yak. So I said 70% merino, 15% yak, 15% silk, approximately 330 yards in 115 grams, hand dyed in York, Pennsylvania. So this one I pulled out, this is called Silver and Cold. And you can see it's slightly heathered, and that's going to be from the different ways that the yarn takes the dye. It's just, but can you see how it is almost reflective? It's beautiful. Let's see, we have a whole stack here. Susan can field that, Mary, for you. Then this is Halloween color. Look at that. This is like, it's like spiced pumpkin. It has got this gorgeous harvesty color. It is 330 yards. It's just a luxurious yarn. Then we've got, this is Get Dark. It's somewhere in the purpley blue range. It's definitely purple, but it's a beautiful dark purple. Again, that richness from the yak. We've got The Days of the Phoenix, a beautiful almost chestnut brown that leans towards a reddy orange. This is really a great color. Making a little pile here. And we've got The Boy Who Destroyed the World. That is interesting, and I would love to hear the story behind that. Look at that, gorgeous. And you can see that sheen to it. This is Endlessly, She Said. It's a deep burgundy leaning towards purple. Just beautiful. We've got another gray. This is Girls Not Gray. Oh, look. It's not quite a charcoal, and it almost has gold undertones. So it's a warm gray. We've got a winter's tail, a beautiful, beautiful blue. And you can see, I'm going to show it next to the one that I said is more purple. You can see how it's definitely towards the purple, and this one's definitely almost a denim color. Oh, we got so many colors. This is Prelude 1221. Super curious about these names. Gorgeous. Okay. My pile is going to get really big in front of me. We've got the Killing Lights and Death of Seasons. Look at those. This is almost a weedy, but it's got green undertones, and this is definitely in the mustardy color range. I gotta get my yarn. Oh, are these different? Nope, those are the same. This is Last Kiss. Look at that pink. I love this pink. It's got some purple undertones to it. And definitely, again, it's heathery because of the different fibers involved. Each of the fiber taking colors differently. This is the Learning Song Part 2. Look, so pretty. It's definitely a green. You can see it next to, these are very similar, but it definitely leans green. This is Aurelia. It's a very, very dark, I'm not going to say eggplant because it definitely skews more towards burgundy. And then this is called Break Angels. Love this. This is more of an adobe color. It's in the pink range, but definitely leaning towards a more dusty pink. Oh, you ordered every color. They're just so beautiful. As Susan is mentioning, these are not yet on the website, but because they're brand new, they just came in, but her goal is to have them up by the end of the day. Okay, I gotta stand up to get the rest of it. Ooh, look. Ooh. Okay, got the rest of the colors. We have a whole wall. If you can come in, you've got to see it. She put up this beautiful display. This is Ever in a Day. So this is a gray, but it's got these pinks shot through it that are so pretty. This is Miss Murder. Another beautiful burgundy, but definitely more towards the red side. This is called Wester. So this is a great green that has hints of gold in more of a yellow-based green, almost into the emerald range. This is called The Lost Souls. This, I'm going to say this is brown. It's definitely a dark gray, but there's enough in it that is shifting it into the brown. I would say chocolate. You know what color? It reminds me of like a bear, like a brown bear color. And then the last one we have is called Summer Shudder, another gorgeous, gorgeous gray. So they're just a bunch of subtle, beautiful colors. Oh, it's so soft and beautiful. And I bet it's going to bloom very nicely. So the pattern Susan pulled to show is, and the one that she really liked, this is called the Green Gables Sweater. And it is designed for Primrose Yarn Company Cottage DK. Look at this. It is a beautiful color work piece. It's got the color work on the bottom and the top and the sleeves, and you can play with color. It is just a beautiful, classic piece. See if there's any more pictures. And we have, it looks, and we've got it, you know, it's got a color work chart. So that is the Green Gables sweater. And then she also pulled this one. This is Liminal by Dre Renee Knits. It's a great textural shawl. I think it would be amazing. And you can see the sheen in this. I think this would I think it's a great pick for this yarn. It'll give you wonderful depth and texture. Just beautiful. So if you want a nice squishy shawl. And then I have here, so a good scarf. Y'all have probably seen me show a good scarf before. I gotta stand up, I'm too short. So a good scarf was designed initially to use Primrose Yarn Classy DK, which I love it in that, but this would work so beautifully in this yak. It's gonna end up with a scarf that's a little bit more luxurious. It's gonna have more of a sheen to it, and it would be absolutely perfect. And a good scarf is a very easy knit. The instructions, oh, you love this? Yeah. Little secret, sometimes Susan, we get a yarn in just because Susan wants to knit the thing. But, so a good scarf is literally a 1-row pattern. The right side row and the wrong side row are the same instructions, and it's just a simple combination of knits, purls, and slips. So 2 skeins, and you can make a good scarf, and you can see it is totally reversible. It looks exactly the same on the right and the wrong side. If you're not up for a full scarf, so a little story time, when I brought this in to show off to y'all lovely ladies at the knitting table, several of you, as soon as I showed you the scarf, were like, ooh, we need a matching hat. Where's the matching hat? And I was like, it hadn't even occurred to me to design a matching hat. I just don't think in sets. But enough people asked that I did design a matching hat. And the pattern is very creatively named a matching hat. So what it is the hat has the same slip stitch motif in garter. And so this, I did this in the Solstice DK, but again, it's DK weight. It would work beautifully in this new cottage DK. Look at that. It would be so pretty. So both, if you wanted to make the whole set, you'd need 3 skeins, and you could make a matching set of the scarf and the hat. If you only wanted to use 1 skein for the scarf, one thing I've been suggesting people do is just knit it till you run out of yarn, and then you can graft the 2 ends together and you have a cowl. Or if you can actually twist it before you graft it together, and you'll have a cowl with a twist. So that could be fun. So a good yarn and a matching hat is definitely something. Let me put the hat on. Doop, doop, doop. I'm gonna mess up my hair. So there we go. There's the hat. I like wearing the, you can see my little clippies in here. I like wearing the motif off center. I think it looks kind of cool like that. And you can wear it back, and it has a little slouch to it, or you can pull it down. You could definitely extend this part a little bit higher if you want more of a ribbing. Yes, the scarf takes 2 skeins. The hat takes 1 skein. Yes, so yeah, to get enough length. And yes, thank you, Rosemary, for saying it's good for man. I was really trying to make something that was very, very unisex, something that would look equally good on a man or a woman. And really the only thing that's going to skew it in either direction is your color choice, and how, you know, just customize it to the choice of whoever the recipient is. Yeah, you can see I have a clip. See that lump there? That lump isn't the hat. The lump is the stuff holding my hair back. So I'm gonna put this here. There we go. So that is the cottage DK. Okay, gonna take the hat off. See, that was my hair, not the hat. But if you want to see the top of it, I tried to keep the garter, so it's got a 4-point decrease on it, and what it is there's a decrease on either side, so there's 2 decreases here. Oh, is the blue available, Rosemary? I don't know that we have that particular in the Classy DK, but this would go beautifully. This is a slightly darker blue, but it would work beautifully in that. Let me see here. Yeah, this I think is our best choice in this yarn. I don't think we have this actual color in stock. This is not a blue green. This is definitely a straight up blue. Or were you talking about this color? This one is a slightly more blue-green. We do have this color. This is the Solstice DK. Susan was looking at me expectantly. The other Susan was looking at me expectantly, and I was trying to figure out if she needed me. So we're gonna move that over here. I can't have you sit there, please. Okay. Oh, and we have one more that was pulled from by Susan. We have these two patterns that were specifically done for Dapple. If you saw our Dapple, it's amazing. So, okay, somebody's commenting me. Yes, Rosemary, we have dun-dun-dun! We have exactly 3 skeins of the blue-green color. So if you want to do the scarf and the hat, you could do it. And this is, the hat is in this, it's the Solstice DK. Now the Solstice DK is 50% superwash merino, 25% cotton, and 25% silk. It is 300 yards in 100 grams. And we have this in a bunch of beautiful colors as well. So yes, Rosemary, we do have that. I will set them over here somewhere. Okay. So we have these 2 cool patterns that Susan pulled. This is the Rootsmiths, and this is, wait a minute, where'd it go? Oh, I picked up the wrong thing. We have the Cater Tater cowl. So there we go, Cater Tater Knits. This is the Stormy Shores cowl. They both have this really cool cable on them. And this one was designed for Dapple, which we have, and it would be great if you wanted to knit it in cotton, but we also think it would look great in this new Primrose DK, and we have a sample. Look at this cute, fun cowl. Look at that. Yep, that's the seam end. There we go. So it's obviously, this is the cast on, it's knit side to side, and then you seam, the word I'm looking for is seam it together, and it's got these fun tassels on the end. This is done in the Dapple, so if you wanted to do it in cotton, but the Dapple is a cotton DK, and this would be amazing in, it's gonna make it drapier. So what you have here is, because it's in cotton, you can see when I put it on, that it kind of stands up a little bit better. In this, with the silk and the DK, it's going to collapse more. It's going to drape in a different way, but both are absolutely gorgeous, and we wanted to show you this fun kit, this fun knit. Why did I say kit? Oh, it was our Katie knit along. Very cool. She did the mitts too. Oh, very cool for our anniversary celebration. It is just a super cute knit. Super fast. I love it. So we wanted to show that one off. So much fun. So that is the Primrose DK why is my brain leaving me? Cottage DK. I'm like, the word cottage is on here big, I'm just not paying attention. So we talked about that. Okay, I'm seeing if there's any of these. So let's step away from knitting for a moment, and wanted to talk to you about a little bit of weaving, a little bit of fun. Susan pulled the awesome Zoom Loom. This is a pin loom, and they are really fun to work with. They make, so they look like this, and there are instructions on here on how to warp the loom, and you make these little tiny squares, and there are all kinds of really fun patterns on the actual, so on the website, on the Shack website, they have all kinds of fun things that you can make out of it. You make a bunch of squares and you put them together. They They have a bunch of cool things. And then they also have, the Zoom Loom has a huge Ravelry group that has all kinds of neat patterns. So if you wanted to do something, it's a great way to use up scrap yarn and have a lot of fun. Susan put out these two cute, look at this. You can do these fun things by making squares and putting them together and making absolutely adorable things, or you could just make coasters. Coasters are always fun. Look at this little dolly. She's got her cute little dress on, and it's woven. So this is, I've actually used a pin loom like this. They're very soothing. They're a lot of fun, and it's kind of an instant gratification kind of thing because they're small and they get done super fast. So you might want to consider a Zoom Loom. This is also a super fun thing to do with fiber arts with kids. This is an easy thing that you can work through them. So if you're looking for any last minute, you know what? Don't tell my nephew, but I might have just figured out what he's getting for Christmas. I haven't really gotten anything good for him yet. So I might be going home with one of these. Susan, it's all your fault. So super cute Zoom Loom. And then we have, Laura showed me this last time I saw her, and we wanted to talk to you about this amazing new book, which is The Art of Tapestry Weaving. Again, something great to do with your scrap yarn. So this is a complete guide to mastering the techniques for making images with yarn. So what you're doing is weaving art, essentially, and it's just an amazing, it's a huge, it talks about warping, it talks about all different kinds, it's just, you know, an encyclopedia. Look at this, it talks about, I think that's called, look at that. Isn't that cool looking? Just amazing. Laura said this book is absolutely amazing. I mean, look at this. Cars, people. That is just amazing. The things people can do with fiber never ceases to amaze me. So this is an amazing, so that chapter was color blending magic, troubleshooting, fixing the project. Look at this. Look at the color in that. Absolutely beautiful. So if you find this as inspiring as I do, I just think it's amazing. It's just gorgeous. You've got really interesting stuff. We have a great starter loom, right? So if you're interested in getting into tapestry weaving, the book is great. And then we have, it's called the Lily Loom. So this is, it comes in this little box and you put it together and it makes this little loom, and it comes with, except for the fiber, the things you need to get started in tapestry weaving. So this is what it ends up looking like. This is how it is. So this is definitely something that we can easily ship if you're looking for something to send to someone or yourself that would be fun. And if you're really interested in the tapestry weaving, it is time for me to mention that every Monday from 9 to 11, Laura has her weaving clinic on Zoom. That's Mondays 9 to 11. It is free, and Susan said it's kind of evolved into a tapestry weaving kind of clinic-y class where the people get on and they chat about it and troubleshoot and bounce ideas off each other and just work together. If you are interested in that, as I said, it's free, and what you do is you can go online to the website, a Good Yarn website, and sign up, and then it will email you the link so you can join the Zoom with Laura. The Zoom Loom is not currently on the website, but as Susan says, it should be. So I'm pretty sure that that is going to happen fairly soon. The weaving is so much fun. It is a great thing to do with your spare yarn or that kind of weird yarn. It works great with textured yarns. So some yarn that you fell in love with, but you don't really know what to do with anymore. It is a lot of fun. And Laura will help you become an amazing weaver. So this is the little loom. We have the Zoom Loom. And if you want to get into weaving, it's a great time to start. So we've got that, we've got that, I've got that. Okay, we got one more thing for you. And this was a huge surprise when I came in because I had no idea this was coming, and it is just gorgeous. We have a new yarn. We have been bringing in her stuff. We showed you the singles. We have beautiful stuff from Suburban Stitchers. And the new yarn we have is called Slub Sock. And look at it. Isn't it cool? Speaking of fun textures, it is just gorgeous. This is 90% superwash merino and 10% nylon, 438 yards in 100 grams. This color is Evangeline, and it is just so cool and fun. Now, it is called Slub Sock. I thought I would take the opportunity to discuss fingering versus sock weight. Fingering weight, sock weight are the same thing. They mean the same thing. But you have to be aware that just because something says sock does not necessarily mean that it's good for making socks. So the sock, what she is saying is that it is sock weight. It is a fingering weight yarn. But I don't know that you would want to make socks out of this because I don't know what these little bumpy things would do to your feet when you put them inside shoes. I mean, if it's just gonna be wear around the house socks and not ever go on the inside a shoe, I'm sure it'd be fine. But I don't know about these bumpy things. But they're a little squishy, so it just depends. You can try it out. And the fact that it has nylon in it means it'll hold up well. But I wanted to say, while fingering and sock weight are the same thing, some fingering weight yarns are not exactly appropriate for socks. This is just gorgeous. And Susan pulled some absolutely great patterns. One of our most popular patterns here, she said she went online and found on Ravelry so many pictures of ranunculus done in this yarn. And it's a great pattern for showing off yarn. And so we definitely think ranunculus would be a great choice for this. And then we also have, said she found, this is the Dre Renee Knits Birds of a Feather, which this one alternates between a variegated and a mohair, and people are using the slub sock in the variegated, and I think it'll just be gorgeous. So if you're more of a shawl person, this is our suggestion. And then here is a great shawl that uses the textured yarn like this. So if you're wondering what you would make with this kind of textured yarn, you can make something like this. I love it in the tassels. I think the tassels would be amazing. It could even make cool pom-poms, but I'm just kind of a pom-pom person. So we have this one. This is the Susan Joy Triangle Shawl, also a recommendation. So we are going to look at this yarn, and I've got yarn to show you, and I'm going to show you. So the idea of doing this for Birds of a Feather, Susan pulled color combos for me. So this is Evangeline, is gorgeous. It's got that Neapolitan ice cream, but then it goes into these gorgeous dark colors, and she paired that with Aubergine. This is the Miss Babs Moon Glow, which is a lace weight yarn, which is what the pattern calls for, and it's 72% kid mohair and 28% silk for 35 yards. So look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? So that is the color combo there. Here is Langenap. I believe I pronounced that wrong. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And we have, wouldn't that be beautiful? This is Sugar. I love this color in the Moon Glow. And then, you know, of course, any of these could just be the ranunculus. This is Heavy Metal. Look how beautiful. It's got like silvers and bronzes in it. So pretty. And she paired it up with this Whit Sunday. Isn't that cool? That brings it into a really... The name brand of the slub yarn, it is Suburban Stitcher, and the yarn is Slub Sock. Okay? Put those together. We have another one paired with Sugar. This is Clam City. I love the purples and pinks. Purple, pink, and gray is right, obviously, in my wheelhouse. And this one also would go beautifully with the sugar. Look at this. This might as well be called a good yarn color. This is River's Edge. Oh, the name of the shawl. Which shawl? The one. So this is Birds of a Feather. I know it's backwards. I'm sorry. Birds of a Feather is by Andrea Mowry. So this is River's Edge. It has all these beautiful greens and blues. And we have this paired up with Forever. Absolutely beautiful. I love that. Look how beautiful that is. I have a couple. Now these we didn't pair up with. She just wanted to show you how beautifully these go together. So this is the Suburban Stitcher Silky Single. So it's a single merino and it's 70% superwash merino, 30% silk. But look how it goes with this. This is Oslo. Absolutely beautiful. And look how the two go together. So doing something with this together would be amazing. And then we have this color that's more of a solid, but look at the depth in it. That's Curry. And this is Curry. So look at those together. So, so pretty. It's just gorgeous. Gotta stand up and get some more. Okay. Let's see. What we got here. So this is Gothic. So we've got purples and silvers and greens, and Susan paired that with Fiddlehead to pull out those greens. That'd be gorgeous. This one I think might be my favorite. The color name is Granny Square. Look at that. And it's got grays with purples and pinks and little flecks of green. It's just got a lot of gorgeous color in it, and that would go beautifully with this dark gray, which is coal. Look at that. Then we have, this is Hurricane. It's got a beautiful, it's gray but with hints of blue, and the slubs bring out these pops of white, and then we go into a lighter gray. So I think that's why Susan paired it with Quicksilver. So the silvers and the dark colors, I think that's gorgeous. And then this is Sea Smoke. This is mostly white, but then it has these beautiful dark, that it goes to, it's blackish, but it has definitely a green undertone to it. It's just beautiful. And this is Sea Smoke on the singles. Isn't that pretty? And then you could also pair it, oh, there's Coal. So this is Coal. Where'd Coal go? Doo, 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 doo. I had it in my hand. Huh. It has disappeared from me. Heavy Metal, Granny Square. What? Y'all, it was right here in my hand, and I put it down in a pile, and it is not cooperating with me. So this is Coal. I know I showed you the Coal. Oh, no, this is Coal. That's the other one. So this is Coal from Miss Babs. You can pair it with the Coal from here. It's just beautiful. This goes well with this. Just gorgeous. So this is a super fun, this is a great yarn where you could, if you're thinking, if none of the patterns we showed you, I think it'd be amazing and ridiculous. If none of the patterns we showed you spoke to you, this is the kind of yarn that really, the yarn is doing all the talking. So if you're wanting to look for a pattern for it, you want to look for something that has, just really lets the yarn sing. You want to stay away from like really intricate lace. Like this has some lace, but it's very simple lace. And then the crossed stitches are going to let the yarn play. Something with slip stitches but not color work. I don't know that cables would be great for it, but something that really lets the yarn sing. So it's a way for you to knit a very relaxing pattern, but have it just look amazing because the yarn is doing all the work for you. So then do we need another name of the shawl? Did I get that one? The name of the shawl is Birds of a Feather by Andrea Mowry. And the name of the triangle shawl with the tassels is Susan Joy. And that is by Undie Fagan. And yes, the Dre Renee, these should all definitely be on Ravelry. So, okay, just, look at y'all. Look at this pile of yarn. It's so pretty, so pretty. And then this is what happens when I'm going through it. Just have piles and piles of yarn. So, okay. Thank you all so much for joining us once again on Wednesday. We will be back, I believe, next week on Wednesday. So excited because we're getting close to the holiday, but we're closed Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So that says to me that I will be here on Wednesday with some fun stuff. Maybe you can join us and be knitting on your last minute knitting or starting on next year's. Get ahead of the curve. As always, we love having you and love going through all of our super fun new products we have in the store. You can always call us and ask about anything I've talked about. Check on our website. As Susan said, she's going to try to get the Cottage DK up online and the Zoom Loom, and we can ship things to you, to your if you want to send it to someone, we can definitely do that. So I will see y'all next week and have fun playing with your fiber until then. Bye-bye.